Yesterday.
Now we see you. Good morning again. Good morning, everybody.
Hi, good morning.
Let's go ahead and get started out of respect for everyone's time this morning, because there's a lot going on this Friday. I'd like to call to order this special meeting of the Taos County Board of County Commissioners on Friday, September 22nd, 2023. It is now 8:37. And Madam Clerk, if you could please call the roll.
Commissioner Romero, Commissioner Vihil,
Present?
Commissioner Mascareñas, Vice Chair Romero,
Present.
Chair Brush.
Present. Thank you very much. Commissioner Romero, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this morning? Folks could please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, the symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures.
Thank you, Vice Chair Romero. Apologize for not using your title there. Agenda item 5 is approval of our agenda. Commissioners, and what are your wishes?
Move to approve?
Okay, and I will go ahead and second. Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Commissioner Romero? Commissioner Vehil?
Yes.
Vice Chair Romero?
Yes.
Chair Brush?
Yes, thank you very much. So our agenda for this morning is approved as presented. This takes us to our public comment period. Seeing nobody in the room other than our team, I'm going to go ahead and take the phone off of Do Not Disturb. In case there is anybody listening online who would like to make a public comment this morning, please call 575-737-6310. There's nobody online, then we will move past that. I'll take the phone back to Do Not Disturb. And this takes us to item 7, contracts, agreements, MOUs, and bids, our business for being here today. And item 7A is discussion, consideration, and decision regarding the approval of contract TCC 2023-40A1 GM emulsion for Rio Lucero Road, BA 13, which is an amendment to the initial contract to add asphalt patching. And with us this morning, we have our Deputy Manager, Jason Silva, to present. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to present today on behalf of Mr. Fernandez. Fortunately, he's out sick. So these following 3 projects that we have here, actually, 3 projects. This is an amendment to the current contract of Rio Lucero Road. What wasn't encompassed is we were going to try to patch some of the depressions and some of the failing road systems before the overlay happened. Unfortunately, some of this is pertinent to a couple of rollers that we need to purchase or one that's down. We weren't going to meet the timeline to procure it and get the equipment on site. So we ended up just doing a change order and just giving it to them to complete this process. And so that's what this contract's for. So it's just an amendment to a current contract that you approved about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So would you like me to speak to each individually and then you blanket each
No,
of them, or would you want to?
I think we should, since they're listed separately, we'll go
Okay.
one by one. I don't think it'll make too big of a difference, but I
No.
appreciate the offer. Okay, so Commissioners, any questions on approval of contract TCC 2023-40A1 with GM emulsion for Rio Lucero?
Madam Chair. Yeah, so do these different individual road projects, do they go out to bid, or how is the contractor selected?
On this one here, these ones are going out as a state price agreement. Some of the chip seal projects, there's only one, well, there's 2 vendors in the state, one in the southern part of the state, one in the northern part. So essentially it's kind of a sole source, I guess you would say, of sorts, because there's not another contractor that could fulfill these duties of working on this roadway with the chip seal project. Jim was on this one here. I guess we could have probably taken this one out to bid, I guess, at some point, but I felt the need when we just gave him a blanket of all the roads that we identified. I just encompassed this as a state price agreement because it was much easier to procure since we've been without a finance director and the chief procurement officer. It makes sense to consolidate it because on a timetable, and as you can see, we're hitting towards the end of the year, but these have been in the process for a while.
Mm-hmm. And Emilson did do the chip seal on Cuchilla and Camino Bajo La Loma.
East
They
and
did a
west.
very good job.
Yes.
I did see both those projects. So.
Yeah, east and west, and there's still, this is kind of going off topic, but there's still a fog seal that still will have to come down. So as they're finishing the east side, then they're going to come back with the distributor truck and seal it with what's called a fog seal. So it's going to give it a little bit darker tint to it, and then seal and cap the 3/8 gravel that was part of the chip seal process.
Great. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioner Vehil?
Just curious, Jason, if this company, do they utilize the materials from Taos? I mean,
Yes.
are they able to purchase? Is it
Everything's
something? That's-
Everything's purchased from
is done
Taos
here.
Gravel, so the vendor list, when we review it, all their aggregate. Unfortunately, oil distributors, not, they're, well, part of the components of oil is something that they're gonna have to use at a vendor that's a regional vendor.
Makes sense.
But other than that, all